Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're breaking down one of the most highly anticipated and honestly fascinating clashes of the 2026 FIFA World Cup, Canada taking on Bosnia and Herzegovina. If you love international football, man, this is a matchup with absolutely massive implications, and we've got the data to show you exactly how it might play out.
Now, it's the elephant in the room for the host nation, right? Will Canada finally get their first ever World Cup win? I mean, they're co-hosting the tournament, the spotlight is incredibly bright, and they are absolutely desperate to rewrite their history on the biggest stage in sports.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's the agenda for today's high-energy pre-match breakdown. We're going to cover 1. A historic World Cup match. 2. Canada's golden generation. 3. Bosnia, the dark horse. 4. Head-to-head and tactics. 5. 3 players to watch. And 6. The final verdict.
Section 1. A historic World Cup match, setting the scene.
Listen, this isn't just your regular group stage game. We're at BMO Field in Toronto for Canada's first ever home World Cup match. The atmosphere in that stadium, it's going to be absolutely electric. But, with that comes an incredible amount of pressure. Remember, Canada has lost all 6 of their previous World Cup matches in their history. So the home crowd will be roaring, demanding redemption, and frankly completely expecting a win.
Section 2. Canada's golden generation. Canada's elite squad.
This squad has been completely transformed under coach Jesse Marsch. They're heading into this tournament as a genuinely elite, disciplined unit. Get this, they are unbeaten in their last 8 matches, and impressively, they've kept 6 clean sheets in that run. That showcases an unbelievable level of defensive discipline. Now, as noted at the bottom there is a serious concern. Their star captain, Alphonso Davies, is doubtful due to injury. But here's the thing, Canada has already proven they can lock down and win games, even if he's sidelined.
And this brilliantly illustrates why playing in Toronto matters. 1 in 28, that is the key stat. Canada has lost just one of their last 28 home matches. That home advantage is a massive, tangible factor we absolutely have to account for when predicting this outcome.
Section 3. Bosnia, the dark horse. Underestimate them at your peril.
Now, Bosnia and Herzegovina have earned a serious giant killer reputation heading into this tournament. I mean, they knocked out Italy, yes, literally Italy, on penalties just to reach this World Cup. Then they defeated Wales too. Under coach Serge Barbarez, they've built this battle-hardened, mentally tough squad that is also unbeaten in 8 games. And that defensive stat, conceding less than 1 goal per game, that is a rock-solid wall that Canada will have to figure out a way to break through.
Section 4. Head-to-head and tactics. An unpredictable clash.
What makes this explainer so utterly fascinating is that this is the first ever meeting between Canada and Bosnia. There is absolutely zero historical precedent here. No past baggage, no old rivalries, which makes this entirely unpredictable on the pitch. But look at this. The statistical probability heavily favors the hosts. We're looking at a 52.7% probability of a Canada win, a 25% chance of a draw, and a 22% chance for a Bosnia win. So the stats definitely lean toward the home team. But remember, what we just talked about, Bosnia thrives as the underdog.
And they are dangerous because they average 2.7 big chances created per game. So they aren't just sitting back and defending for 90 minutes. Not at all. They are highly dangerous attackers who will ruthlessly exploit any gaps left by the Canadians.
And that brings us to the tactical clash. We have 2 drastically different playstyles colliding here. Canada is going to utilize a high press and rely on their wide players to stretch the field and create chances. Bosnia, on the flip side, will sit in a highly organized low block, absorb all that pressure, and spring fast counterattacks. The entire game will be won or lost based on this exact dynamic. Canada's width versus Bosnia's defensive organization. If Canada's press works, they'll likely win comfortably. But if Bosnia absorbs and counters effectively, we could be looking at a gritty 0-0 draw or even a stunning upset.
Section 5. 3 players to watch. Game-changing stars. Let's move to and see how this builds with the players on the pitch.
First up is Jonathan David for Canada. He is one of the most clinical finishers in world football right now. As Canada's top scorer, playing right in front of his home crowd, this could really be his massive career-defining moment. He is the absolute key to getting in behind and unlocking that deep Bosnian defense.
Next, we have Tajon Buchanan. Remember how we talked about Canada needing width? Well, Buchanan brings electric pace and incredible skill to the left wing. His speed is going to be the essential weapon against Bosnia's low block. He'll be tasked with causing serious problems and stretching that defense all game long.
And for Bosnia, you've got to keep your eyes locked on Edin Dzeko. At 39 years old, this heavily experienced striker knows this is likely his last World Cup, so expect him to be motivated like never before. He's the ultimate counterattacking threat, just ready and waiting to punish any single mistake the Canadian defense makes.
Section 6. The final verdict. Predicting the outcome and bringing it all together.
So what does this all mean? Who actually wins this historic matchup? Will it be the high-flying hosts finally breaking their curse, or the battle-hardened dark horse pulling off a shocker?
Based on the analysis of the source data, the prediction is a really narrow victory for the hosts. Canada 1, Bosnia and Herzegovina 0.
So, the crucial point is that Canada's home advantage, the immense crowd support in Toronto, and a slightly superior overall squad quality should just be enough to edge it out. But please do not expect an easy game. Our analysis shows Bosnia will make this incredibly grueling. Expect a tight, tense, and highly uncomfortable game for the hosts right up until the final whistle blows.
Which brings us to our final question for you. Will Canada's home crowd truly carry them to that historic, glorious first World Cup win, or will Bosnia claim another massive upset on the global stage? What do you think the final score will be? Drop your own